Welcome back to the Shop Mini RC. I'm Ken, and today we're going to take a look at something kind of different. We don't really do a lot of body stuff, but we've got some stuff here. We've got some Adventure 207 RC wide body fender flares. Now, these things are printed using VoxLab ABS-like resin, and they've removed all the supports. They do require a little bit of cleanup if you want to get an ultra fine finish. You can always just sand this down and clean it up to your liking. But it is a fairly durable resin. However, it is UV sensitive, which means you're definitely going to want to paint it before leaving it out in the sun. If you leave it out in the sun, it'll become brittle. So these are definitely unfinished, but they are well shaped. I mean, these are some pretty slick looking wide body panels, wide body fenders, I guess. And they're basically going to allow you to cut out a ton of fender on the C10. Okay. You can glue these on, or you can bolt them on, or both, in any kind of way you really want to put them on there. But like I said, they are going to require a little bit of fit and finish here to get rid of some of these support marks, I guess, if you will. And then you're going to have to paint them up. But they're pretty slick. I'm digging them. I haven't seen anybody else doing this. So yeah, definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a wide body. I'll show you some pictures of their example. They're using the blue or teal. I guess it's teal. And they've also got the cab on there. And it looks pretty slick with the white fender flares and then the white cab. I think that looks pretty good. Now, the price on these guys is $21.50, and that's free shipping anywhere in the US. And if you buy multiple kits, they'll give you a 10% discount. So if you want to buy multiple kits, definitely reach out, let them know. We're going to put a link to all this stuff in the description below. They also make like a tube chassis, exo cage type setup, which is really, really cool. But I think that's only available as a file right now, so you have to have a printer for that. But maybe if you really, really want one and you don't have a printer, they might be able to work a deal with you. I'm not sure on that. He may just straight up say, sorry, we're not printing right now. So you'll have to print your own. But there is a file there. I'll put a link to their product catalog showing all the stuff they make in the description below as well. As you can check out their YouTube channel and their Instagram, and I'll include an email down there. So you have all the ways to get a hold of them. They're always looking for feedback and ways to improve the products. So that is super cool as well. Now, we're going to go ahead and try to bolt these on, I believe. It's going to be the way I really want to do it. So we're going to have to pre-drill some holes, kind of tap some holes out, and figure out what screws we're going to use. We'll probably just use the 1/4s. The problem is I'm running low on nuts for the 1/4s, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out here. And then I think we're just going to paint it black. I think I want black fenders. It looked pretty sharp on here with the black grill, and if we end up putting the roll cage back on, we ended up using the roll cage on another truck, so I don't know if we will. Maybe we'll get a black camper for it and do the Blazer style, the black topper. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is Dremel this down and get rid of all these little nipples or this little support tabs or whatnot in there. So we'll just keep it on. We'll keep the Dremel on low and just kind of go over it. You can also just sand it. There you go. You get it nice and smooth. We'll probably take some sandpaper in there to get on the edges here, kind of in the crease. But it's definitely much better than this, right? And then we're going to go ahead and adjust the fitment here. It's going to run right along the door line. And remember, every Lexan body is just barely different, so you may have to adjust or trim or just slightly sand to get it to fit perfect. Because again, Lexan isn't the same on every single one, depending on when it's made in the mold in the process. You know, the molds will slowly lose just a little bit of their definition and stuff like that. So just be aware that it's not going to fit perfect, and it's meant to be kind of shaped to fit a little bit here. So we can take off just a little bit more on the side. So yeah, you can kind of just see here that it just needs a little bit more rounding in there to kind of fit perfectly. Yeah, it's just a matter of test fitting. Yeah, it looks pretty good though. That'll look really cool once it's on there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do these guys up. I'm gonna drill some holes. I'll show you where we end up doing those, and then we're gonna paint them up. Ta-da! I'm gonna probably countersink these just a little bit. I'll just take a larger drill bit and just drill it in a little so that the bolts can actually drop in. And then we'll probably end up using some of the knurled ends, like one of these guys where it's got the texture, the knurling, or a solid. I'm not sure which one. We'll probably go with this one. And it'll just be slightly countersunk, just a little bit, so that the bolt will sit in. And we got to get some nuts for the backs. But once we get that all done on all of them, and we know they're mounting how we want them to mount, then we'll go ahead and paint them up. And then once they're mounted like that, we'll be able to trim this. And we'll probably just Dremel this out, just straight up Dremel it with the fender on there and make a nice smooth line. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how far we need to cut it, but obviously we'll need to cut the inside fender on the Lexan. All right, there you go. You can see we kind of countersunk them a little bit. Not much, because there's not a lot of material there, but just enough to get them to sit in and look a little bit more fitting. We also notched it out right here just a tad because the body has kind of this raised area, so we wanted to kind of notch it out just a little bit. But yeah, I think that'll look good once we paint it. Also, once we get some paint on there, we can sand it even more accurate to the body and try to get it even more smooth transition between the body and the panels.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, there it is. We used M1.4 by 5s for all the screws and the tiny nuts. We're going to still trim the inside here, and then we will we'll pull all the fenders back off and paint them. But yeah, it's pretty slick. Really dig the way that looks. I think it'll look cool when they're all black. I don't even know if I want the cab. I almost like it like this with no roll bars and just like that. Maybe we can, I don't know, maybe we'll do a custom, like long roll bar. Comes all the way back. That could look cool, right? All the way to the back. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I want to get these fenders all taken care of, get them all painted up, and then we'll figure out the rest. We went ahead and trimmed out all the inner fenders of the original Lexan, so it's nice and smooth. Use a Dremel. Got that cleaned up. Tons of space now. And now we're going to pull all the bolts back off, all those little tiny nuts, and we're going to paint it. I think we're going to do black to match everything else. I don't know how it's going to look. I kind of like the lighter color, but we need to paint them. I don't want to do them white. And we've got this black, what is this, metallic black. So maybe it'll just be like a dark, it won't be black. It'll be almost like this metallic gray, but black, darker. Could look cool. We'll try this.
More moments later.
All right, we're all painted up. It's kind of this metallic-y look, I guess. I'm not the best painter, never claimed to be. But I think this will do. They're going to get all scratched up anyway. Maybe we'll sand them down and repaint them again once that happens. I don't know. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm so impatient. That's why I suck at painting. Let's get them back on. All right, I'm the worst. Decided to take it a little step further. We went ahead and sanded them back down to get some of the print lines out. There were some print lines in there. It was kind of bothering me. Pulled them off, and we decided we'll do the bumper and the grill in the same color. That way it all matches. Because this is kind of a flat black, and this was more of a glossy. It didn't look right. It's kind of bothering me too. So we're going to do another coat, and then we'll put them back on. Ugh. We did super thin coats, and I don't know. Maybe it's too cold. It's kind of cold down here. Whatever. We're going to get it on. It looks way worse in the video than it does in person, which is odd. I think it also has to do with it's like a metallic look. It doesn't look smooth, but it's not like it's like super rough. I don't get it. It looks bad on camera though. That's for damn sure. Whatever. Like I said, we're not pro painters. We're going to put it back on the truck. Ta-da! Dig it. Like I said, I think it looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. I don't know why. Camera definitely is highlighting any amounts of flaws. Plus, they look kind of like textured, like they have orange peel, but they don't. You know, I think it's part of the. If we get them there close, you can kind of see it's like a. There's a little bit of orange peel, but like it's mostly like this metallic-y looking stuff. I don't know. I think it still looks pretty sharp. I'm digging it. And then this, once you put that body on, the chassis, even cooler. Look at that. I dig it. Here's the OGRCs. I really like these tires. I think they look awesome. They're super sticky and soft. We need to get some flubs for them. They have regular foams right now, but yeah, we'll try this guy out. It's got a Lizard Pro in it. It's got a BAM. Or actually, sorry, Lizard Ultimate. I don't know why I said Pro. It's got a BAM. Yeah. Pretty sweet. Let's go run it on some rocks. So this guy was a lot of fun. We got a lot of oohs and ahs when we pulled it out to do some of the footage at the local place. Just looks cool. The wide body, it's different. You don't see a lot of C10s. I mean, I guess it's not totally different. Obviously, it's just like pre-runner style, but you don't see a lot of people doing it. And so, yeah, it got a lot of positive comments for sure. This is what we're running it on. We didn't really show much of that. It's got a mofo BAM in it. Lizard Ultimate. V1 ESC, well, receiver, technically. Got some custom printed links here in the back, or, shock mounting points. Just running magnets, little Emax, OGRCs. These tires are awesome. We've got a video on these tires right over here, and the other OGRCs. HR bumper, HR links. These are some skids that we have from another project that we ended up using on here because we had to change the skids on that other project. And these are from Hard Park. And yeah, that's it. That's this guy. I mean, it's got a lot more to go. I mean, we've got tons of room for upgrades, but we just needed to get the body on a truck. And we had it's kind of a spare parts bin build, honestly. So we just had a bunch of spares, and we're like, let's get this on there. I liked the way the wheels and tires kind of fit. Digging it. It's fun. Anyway, guys, why don't you put down in the comments below, if you made it this far, put wide body in the comments. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all those things, and then get out there and build something awesome. Smash them, crash them, and bash them, but don't break the expensive parts.